Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into a really thought-provoking set of sources. They're all about a new film that's, well, it's not just making headlines, it's sparking some incredibly important conversations. Our mission for this deep dive, to truly unpack Sitare Zameen Par. It's an Indian sports drama, but it promises far more than just, entertainment. It seems to be a profound look at human dignity, inclusion, and what it genuinely means to be a star. You've shared some insightful material, and we're going to extract the most compelling nuggets, really get into its unique premise, its powerful emotional core, and try to figure out why this film seems to be resonating so deeply with audiences right now.
Yeah, it is quite compelling, isn't it, how the film manages to weave a gripping narrative with such a vital social message. It sort of transforms a typical sports story into this powerful vehicle for deeper understanding. It invites us to rethink our perceptions of ability and, well, human potential. We'll explore that journey, definitely, through the characters and beyond.
Absolutely. Okay, let's really dive into the DNA of this film then. So for starters, it's an official remake of Champions, of the 2018 Spanish film.
Yeah.
And for anyone familiar with Amir Khan's earlier work, our sources even call it a spiritual sequel to his 2007 hit, Pari Zameen Par.
Right. That idea of a spiritual sequel, that immediately catches my attention. It suggests a thematic evolution, almost like they're revisiting the core idea of nurturing unique individuals. But this time, shifting the focus, from children to adults with intellectual disabilities, that transition itself from a child's journey to an adult team, it really makes you wonder how that plays out in the narrative, doesn't it?
It definitely does, yeah. And that brings us right to this setup. We meet Amir Khan playing Gulshan Arora, who sounds like quite the character, described as bad-tempered alcoholic, a harsh basketball coach. But here's the kicker, the real twist in his story. Gulshan's coaching gig. It isn't voluntary at all, not even close. He's been court-ordered. 3 months of community service coaching this basketball team of adults with intellectual disabilities. And it's all because of a DUI. So as the story unfolds, our sources highlight how Gulshan initially treats these players. He's dismissive, almost disdainful apparently, displaying some pretty harsh behavior, and even clashing with his own master, which, immediately sets up a fascinating conflict.
That initial dynamic is so striking, yeah. You have this character who just personifies impatience and prejudice, and he's confronted by individuals who embody this remarkable blend of innocence, dedication, simplicity. That stark contrast, it just instantly sets the stage for, well, a dramatic internal transformation for Gulshan.
Right. And the beauty of the film, as our sources seem to point out, is in Gulshan's gradual shift. Little by little, he starts to understand each team member we learn. Some have Down syndrome, others autism. It's their inherent qualities, their unique perspectives that slowly begin to sort of chip away at his cynicism and awaken the good person hidden within him.
It does make you wonder how the film visually and narratively portrays that profound shift, from anger and ego to genuine sensitivity and love. Because if you zoom out, this isn't just about a coach prepping a team for a tournament. It's really about Gulshan undergoing this fundamental reevaluation of his entire value system, his purpose. The team prepares for the game, sure, but Gulshan, he's preparing for true empathy.
Now let's talk about the beating heart of Sitare's Zameen Par. Our sources pinpoint 2 incredibly powerful central messages. The first, our destiny is shaped on chromosomes. And the second, everyone has their own normal.
And what truly stands out there is the unapologetic directness of those statements. They challenge conventional notions of capability head on, don't they? They champion the inherent worth and unique brilliance of every single individual. This isn't just some feel-good story. It's a film explicitly built on these foundational themes. Radical inclusion, sensitivity, human dignity. You have to consider, for an audience constantly consuming content, that directness could be quite impactful.
Yeah, exactly. And the film takes the traditional hero narrative and, completely flips it on its head. The coach, Gulshan, he isn't the hero in the classic sense. He might become a star in his own way, but the real stars, the film posits, are the team players themselves.
And this really redefines what heroism means, I think, in a powerful way. It moves away from that idea of the singular, flawless protagonist who kind of saves others. Instead, it places the power, the brilliance within the very individuals who are often marginalized or overlooked in society. It really compels you to ask, who are we truly choosing to elevate and celebrate, and why?
That's a great point. Shifting gears a bit, let's look at the production side of things. The film's directed by R.S. Prasanna, who people might know from Shubh Mangal Sabtan.
Yeah.
And this marks a first for Amir Khan. He's sharing the screen with co-star Janelia Deshmukh for the very first time. The creative backbone includes Shankar Sanloy doing the songs, Ram Sampath handling the background score, and Amitabh Bhattacharya and Divya Nidhi Sharma are on writing duties. Our sources also give us a glimpse into the sheer scale, noting a budget ranging from 90 to 120 crore.
Right. And just to give a sense of that scale, that's roughly, what, 11 to 14 million US dollars. It's a substantial budget for an Indian film, definitely. Especially one rooted in a social drama, not your typical action blockbuster. That tells you something, I think, about the faith the producers had in this story and its potential reach. Plus, the involvement of such seasoned names like Shankar Sanloy, known for their unique sound. It also suggests a high level of production quality, a desire to connect deeply with audiences through, every element.
Absolutely. So the film premiered June 20th, 2025. It has a UA13 plus rating, and it's exclusively a cinema experience, at least initially. No immediate streaming. And looking at its initial reception, well, it pulled in a strong Euro 10.7 crore on opening day.
Right.
Hit the Euro crore club by day 3, and soared past 108 crore within its first 9 days. Pretty impressive.
Those box office numbers are incredibly telling, aren't they? They indicate a very strong audience pull. Suggests not only Amir Khan's enduring star power, but also a widespread public interest in the film's themes. It clearly landed with significant commercial success right out of the gate.
Curiously, though, critically, it received more mixed reactions. Outlets like NDTV, Indian Express, Bollywood Hungama generally gave it like 3.5 out of 5 stars, praising it as pleasant, aware, and emotional drama, yet some critics apparently found it ordinary. What do you think might have led to that perception, especially despite the consistent praise for its core message?
That's a great question, because it really highlights the challenge filmmakers face, doesn't it? How do you balance popular entertainment with a deep, sensitive exploration of human values without one overshadowing the other? It's tricky. Perhaps for some, the narrative structure or maybe the pacing felt too conventional, even if the underlying message was impactful. But the recurring appreciation for its humanity and simplicity across the board that really confirms its emotional core resonated profoundly with many, which, in a film like this, is often the most important measure of success, I'd say.
Right. So putting it all together for you, the listener who's eager for quick yet thorough knowledge, Sitare Zameen Par is, well, it's clearly far more than just another film. It's described in our sources as a deeply heart-touching sports drama, a catalyst for inclusion and empathy. It seems to seamlessly blend entertainment with a really vital social message. Amir Khan's performance as Gulshan, combined with what our sources highlight as new talented artists, sensitive writing, and truly emotional direction. It all culminates in what's been called a memorable experience.
Yeah, and zooming out a bit, this deep dive really shows us how powerful storytelling can be. It doesn't just entertain, it can subtly yet profoundly shift our perspectives on what we define as normal or capable or even heroic. It's a compelling invitation, really, to look beyond those conventional measures of success and recognize the unique light, the inherent worth within every single individual.
Which makes me wonder, and maybe something for you to ponder as you go about your day, in a world that often relentlessly chases very conventional forms of excellence and achievement,
Yeah.
how might truly embracing this idea that everyone has their own normal fundamentally change how you define true achievement and, inherent worth, not just in your own life, but in your community too?